Hi, I don't even know what to do with these intros other than to say that I'm talking about video game stories by memory. We're gonna be talking about Doom. Now I know what you're thinking. Did Doom have a story? Kinda. In the glorious golden yet dark ages of gaming, there were stories in your games, just not on the game itself. It came with something called an instructions manual to give you a reason why you were there. Why was the Space Marine named Doom Guy in a doomed facility of the doomed moon, part of the doomed planet known as Doomars? We're talking about the Doom story. So the story begins in the beginning. His name is not Flynn Taggart, by the way. I don't know who gave him the name Flynn Taggart. It's not even heroic. Like Flynn. Yeah, there's Finn. Finn's cool. But Flynn? No. Taggart? The hell is that? What is a Taggart? It sounds like a chocolate bar that your great aunt gave you. She probably just got it on the way out of an Amish shop. Do they make chocolate? Oh, by the way, I am also going by memory here. I am not really going, I'm not researching this. I am going by of what the story that I think is. I haven't written anything about this. This is my whole shtick. I just talk about it. I just go by what I bet. Anyway, Doom Guy. He was part of military, Marines. He was Marines, because another name was for him was Doom Marine, and this took place obviously on Earth. I was gonna say obviously. I mean, the first game did. I'm not going ahead of myself again this time. So he's on Earth, and there was a riot breaking out, and the riot, I don't know what it was. It could insert reason for riot here. I think the setting of it was pretty close to our era. Our era, I mean year. Yeah, year era. The area of the era. His commanding officer was like, all, shoot them. We gotta shoot them. We gotta kill them. Cause that always works out. And Doom Guy is all like, what are you talking? I'm not gonna kill these humans. And the commanding officer is like, you're gonna do it. And Doom Guy's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And the commanding officer is like, give me your gun. I'll do it myself. And Doom Guy was like, killed him. So I guess killing your commanding officer is a bit frowned upon, but he was about to kill a bunch of innocent people, so they didn't send him to jail or anything. They just said like, all right, we're just gonna demote you. I guess that's what happened. You're gonna be just a mere security guard over on Mars in the UAC, in the facility, UAC facility. The UAC, very important. It is a company that works on, what did they do? They made teleportation stuff. I mean, they did shady things, but they had teleportation. That was the one thing that they were known for, I believe. So he just goes into Mars and stays there. All right, now we're back to the teleportation thing again. The UAC is making teleportation things. They're trying to teleport things on from Mars to the moons. One of the moons, Phobos. It was Phobos and Deimos. Yes, thanks, dude. I know my moons now. So I guess they were like just chucking shit over and teleport, see if whatever comes out. And I guess none of it was coming out. Like Phobos is all like, here's a can of tomato soup. And Deimos is like, there's no can of tomato soup. Mars is like, you guys gotta be careful. Teleportations, who knows where it'll lead. It could be aliens. You could get aliens. And Phobos is like, aliens? Are you sure they're not demons from hell? Ha ha ha. Joking. Guess what? Guess what happened? They opened the portal to hell accidentally. They decided to send a distress signal, and Mars is all like, well, something's going on over there. We gotta figure it out. We're gonna send some soldiers over there to go in there and report back and what have you. Spoiler alert, they never reported back. So they send all the Marines on there, and Doom Guy is in there too, but he doesn't go into the action. The rest of them, they hop off the ship and they go inside the hangar, which is the first level. And they're like, all right, you Doom Guy, definitely not Flynn Taggart. You should stay here. Stay here. You're still in trouble from shooting your commanding officer to protecting all those innocent civilians, you know, you upholding your oath and everything of protecting, you know, the innocent civilians of what your job was supposed to be, protecting innocent civilians, but you had to stay here. And Doom Guy was like, because he doesn't talk. I guess I gave him a voice earlier, but that's not important. So he just stays where he's at, and like the rest of the Marines, they go in and, lack of a better term, all hell breaks loose. I guess Doom Guy was just hearing from the radio. He was like, is there a problem here? And everyone's all like, oh yeah, we got it, definitely got it. So you kind of guess what happens. Doom Guy just goes in and he's just like, oh, well, I guess it's all up to me now. So this is the thing with the first game. It's not so, like, everyone always sees Doom Guy as like the Doomslayer. He's a big, buff, badass who carries like all these weapons, and he can punch the crap out of everything. He punches through walls. He punches like demons. He slaps imps. And they just blush and go back. I don't know why I said that. He just grabs skulls and just chucks them over at that other demon. And he's like just a big, buff, burly guy who just doesn't give a flying hoot about anything. He's not that yet. Seriously, the first game wasn't about going in and destroying hell. It was about escaping. In the first game, and like, because there's broken down into 3 episodes. In the first episode, it's called Knee Deep in the Dead, and that's mostly the enemy that you face in there is zombies. But again, there's demons there as well, from like, you know, imps and pinkies. Not much of a story happens on there. It's just level per level, and then he just goes and finds like all these sorts of enemies. So I guess I'll just talk about the enemies that you see in there. So there's the zombie men. They're just Marines that are possessed, and they have a pistol that's actually a rifle. That sounds like the pistol, like Doom Guy's pistol, but it's, you know, it's a rifle. I don't know. But then there's another zombie called the shotgun zombie, or sergeant, or shotgun guy. I think I remember it from the N64 version because that was my first Doom game. So I'm usually going by that demon name. So I'm calling him shotgun guy. Basically, he's just the same thing, except he's bald and shotgun. But the bald part's great. See, those enemies, they kind of suck because like in the easy difficulty, they're fine, but in hard difficulty, their bullets just zero in on you. Like there's no delay between when they shoot to when they hit you. Like as soon as the trigger's pulled, no matter how far away you are, you're hit, and it sucks on hard difficulty. There's a word for it. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, to the next enemy, the imp. The imp is very muscular and taller than imps that you're used to in like fantasy. They're big, they're brown, they have spikes, and they shoot fireballs, and they sound like camels when they die. And the next one is the Pinky. Stupid name. I don't care what you say. I get it, they're pink, but they look so, like, it's so menacing and so cool. The N64 book, they called it a bold demon, which was better, but no, they said Pinky. Then they made then there's like a different form of Pinky called a Spectre. I remember screaming, seeing that when I was a little kid. I'll never forget it. Like, it was just invisible. It was just, you know, the same as, it was a bull demon, but like invisible. And it was cool. I think that was like basically like all the enemies in that game. That episode, pretty much. So basically Doom Guy, he just fights his way through all that. Yeah, he kills like a bunch of demons. He still has like some badassery with him and everything. But his job was just to get out of there. Like, that's what he was doing. He didn't have like a mission in mind. He wasn't like, you know, being a Terminator. He was just a badass survivor. And then you get to like a final level, which was surreal, because you just go into like this long hallway, and this room just comes down, and it's shaped like a huge star, like a pentagram, and it was awesome. And these 2 demons that came out, I believe they were called the Bruise Brothers. But technically what they actually were Barons of Hell, aka bullet sponges. They suck. But if you got the rocket launcher, it was easy. Doom Guy takes him down, no problem. And then he goes and steps on a portal, and he technically he kind of dies. It's weird, but the game just congratulates you. It's like, yeah, you did it, you made it out. but it didn't look like he made it out. It was kind of weird. So basically, the story just goes from like the very beginning of the episode, or like basically the very beginning of the game, to like the end of the episode, where it like updates you of like what you've accomplished so far. And I'm gonna do the best by memory. Good job, you did it. You went onto the pentagram and there was just everything just swarming at you. But you're fine. You probably have like 2% health, maybe 1, but you're totally fine because you survived. Of course, because there's other episodes that you're obviously in, but like, you know, just reward yourself. Eat some cake. You did it. Now onto Deimos, or you know, Shores of Hell. I mean, Shores of Hell takes place on Deimos. So I guess somehow Hell took over on Deimos as well. Mars, no word. We don't know what's happened with them. So Deimos has like a lot more pentagrams, a lot more upside down crosses. It's a lot more hellish than Phobos in the first episode. So Doom Guy just happens to be there. I guess he just teleports over there, does his thing, and kills, gets keys, goes in the level. Oh wait, I can't be talking about the other enemies. Okay, so the enemies in this one, there's the Lost Souls, which are these flying skulls that are on fire that hiss at you. Pretty metal, huh? Well, guess what? They're annoying. They suck because they make like a beeline towards you, and you know, once they hit you, they're just flying all over the place. They just get annoying, and they die easily. But they're like in sheer numbers, and they just go, and they just fly everywhere, and they just bonk, bonk, bonk. There's another demon over there, that has so many nicknames, who is basically the Crown Prince mascot of the Doom community, the Cactus. Everyone always thinks that he's based on the Eye Beholder. I think he's based off the Astral Dreadnought. Like, look, the resemblance is super uncanny. It's just Astral Dreadnought, just head floating in the air. People call it a strawberry, people call it a flying tomato. I call it as Love Muffin. I just made that up. No, you should not love this thing. Yeah, it has 2 holes on the back, but no, you shouldn't love this thing. But so yeah, the flying meatball, all it does is it just floats around. He's a bit tanky, but he spits like these fireballs at you, and they do a lot of damage, and then he chomps on you. Was there other enemy in the Shores of Hell episode? Yeah, I'll hate myself if I remember. But at the end of the episode comes another badass demon called the Cyber Demon. It is the demon with missing a leg and missing an arm. Was it this arm? No, it was this arm. Yes, instead of a leg there, it's a leg that's made of metal and wires and electricity. And this one is made of metal, wires, and electricity and a rocket launcher. That shoots 3. He shoots 3 at a time, and all you do is just circle around him, shoot until he's dead. Yes, those were bosses back in the day. And then he gets teleported somewhere else, I guess, to Inferno, which is the actual hell. Great. So Doom Guy still doesn't have a clear mission. He's still just pretty much escaping. Oh yeah, at the end of Shores of Hell, they do like another monologue. I'll do my best to sound it out. Congratulations, you left Deimos. This is the most greatest episode of Doom so far, huh? Wow, you've done so well. I'm very proud of you. Now I'm just gonna give you a lunchbox and get you on your way to school now. Go, get out. Daddy's got some work to do, if you know what I mean. So Doom Guy's in hell now, because I guess for killing all those demons, haha. Or he's probably in hell for killing his commanding officer. Doom Guy goes and does what he does best. Goes around killing them and taking their and whatever. By taking their stuff, I mean keys, the skull keys. Whereas in the first episode, it was these key cards, but in the second and the third episode, first episode was key cards, second episode was whatever. So any new demons in this one? I don't think there is any. I keep thinking of Doom 2 demons, but they were not there because it was Doom 2 demons. So you know, you're like going along and you're just mind your own business in hell, killing demons like you normally do. And Doom Guy finds himself at the very end of it, and there's another boss, the Spider Mastermind. It is a giant brain, and if you look closely, it has arms. It took me forever to realize it had arms. Unfortunately for that, it has a chain gun. That sounds like multiple rockets, shotgun blasts just shooting out of, but more unfortunately for it, it dies. Because Doom Guy has a weapon called the BFG, which stands for, you know, baking fried goods. Because I'm hungry, I guess. And, you know, another monologue. Yeah, you did it, good job. And, you know, he finds a way to escape. Somehow, I'm guessing some teleportation, because that was a thing, and he finds his way back on Earth. Yay, game over. Psych, there's a fourth episode. There's a fourth episode called Thy Flesh Consumed, where Doom Guy is back on Earth, but now he's pissed. He's pissed off. Now this is where Doom Guy starts to shine. I think it's at the end of this episode, or the beginning of it. Either way, this was the defining moment of Doom Guy on how he totally became a badass, because the demons did something that I completely relate to. They killed his rabbit. You know what happens when you kill someone, their pet rabbit? They make it their mission to hunt you down, to make your life a living hell, and they will stop at nothing and make sure that you are destroyed with the BFG. When he finds out that they're all up on Earth and everything, he's like, oh hell no, this is gotta go. This is done. And then he goes around and kills a lot of demons, including another Spider Mastermind. Am I really not missing any demons? I feel like I am. All right, I guess that's it, because that's really what happened. And like, it follows up to Doom 2 after that, which I guess I'll do like in another video, because if I do, it will be one of the most shortest videos ever, probably, if I still continue to do this. If I miss something, please comment on it. I'll definitely read it. All right, bye.